Welcome to the Explainer. Get ready, because we are jumping straight into the dark, beating heart of the African savannah for a seriously pulse-pounding true story of survival. We're talking danger, courage, and what happens when the odds are just totally stacked against you. I'm obviously not going to give away the ending right now, but trust me, this is one of nature's most intense showdowns, and it's going to keep you right on the edge of your seat. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to imagine, just for a second, that you're walking through a really crowded place. Maybe it's a huge supermarket or a busy park, and you suddenly realize you've wandered just a little too far. You turn around and your family isn't there. Your heart immediately starts beating faster, right? Well, imagine that exact feeling, but instead of a supermarket, you're a baby elephant. You're barely a few months old, completely lost in an unfamiliar, darkening wilderness where literal monsters are hiding in the shadows. The emotional stakes for this little calf, they literally couldn't be higher. The sun is dipping below the horizon. The savannah is growing really dark. And this young calf is completely alone. It's just slowly walking through the tall, whispering grass. You can kind of picture its big, oversized ears flapping nervously, right? It calls out softly, just hoping to hear its mother's comforting rumble. But nothing. There's no answer. Just that creepy, isolating silence of the wild. The herd is moving further away, and the baby doesn't even realize it's being watched. The clock is absolutely ticking. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the extreme contrast here. Think about an adult elephant. A grown elephant herd isn't just a family, it's a walking fortress. A single kick from an adult elephant can kill a lion instantly, and predators know this for sure. They stay far away. But a baby calf on its own, it's small, it's trembling, it's panicked. Without that fortress around it, the calf goes from being completely untouchable to being the ultimate target. And that is exactly why the lions are taking this huge risk. Because lurking in that tall grass is a pride of lions. And listen, they aren't just looking for a light snack. They are desperate. It's been a brutally difficult week out on the savannah. Hunting out here is never easy. And the reality is, most of their hunts actually fail. The pride is literally starving. They need food, and they need it fast. To these incredibly dangerous predators, this isolated, terrified little calf isn't just a meal. It is their absolute best chance at survival in days. To them, failure means starvation. They just can't afford to let this baby escape. Let's move on and see how this builds. Because the lions don't just rush in wild and crazy. No, they're master tacticians. They are incredibly patient. First, they spread out, making absolutely sure there are no escape routes. Second, they move silently. Their padded paws make zero sound against that dry earth. And third, they circle around behind the oblivious calf. The trap is slowly, terrifyingly closing around the young elephant, step by calculated step. Then, the chilling moment of realization hits. The baby elephant suddenly freezes. It senses something is wrong. Its little trunk lifts up into the air like a periscope, sniffing the breeze. And there it is. The wind carries this unfamiliar, incredibly dangerous scent. Predators, and they are close. The calf turns its head, and the terror becomes real. A lioness emerges from the tall grass, her yellow eyes just locked right onto the baby. Then another lioness steps out from the shadows, and another. The young elephant is completely surrounded. Panic sets in. You can see its small body trembling as the lions slowly, methodically inch closer. They know the calf is completely paralyzed by fear. Suddenly, one lion charges. The calf spins around, desperately trying to escape, but another lion appears right behind it. The baby elephant runs with literally everything it has. Its little legs are pumping, but there's just nowhere to go. The attack is officially on. The chase blurs across the sand, but those predators are closing in incredibly fast from every single direction. One lion leaps forward, claws totally extended. The calf screams in terror. Dust kicks up everywhere, completely filling the air and blocking out what little light is left. It is this chaotic, absolute nightmare of a moment. Under that thick, suffocating cloud of dust, it honestly seems like all hope is completely lost. But then, the dust clears a bit, and something absolutely incredible happens. The baby elephant stops running. Actually, scratch that. It just completely stops. It plants its feet right in the dirt. It turns right around and faces those lions head-on. It spreads its little ears out as wide as they can possibly go, trying to make itself look as big and tough as it can. It raises its tiny trunk high up into the air. This little calf is absolutely terrified, but you know what? It is standing its ground. And with all the air in its little lungs, it lets out the absolute loudest trumpet it can manage. This huge sound echoes all the way across the darkening savannah. And listen, this isn't a cry of surrender. It's not giving up to the lions. No way. This is a desperate, powerful plea for survival. It's sending a massive SOS signal right into the wild. So, the crucial point is, elephants have unbelievable hearing and even stronger family bonds. Far away from that terrifying ambush, the elephant herd hears the call. Instantly, the adults freeze right in their tracks. Out of all the chaotic noises on the noisy savannah, they recognize that exact voice immediately. That is their baby. Back at the ambush, the lions hesitate. They actually stop their attack because they hear something too. It starts as this deep, low rumble. Then it grows louder and louder. The dry earth right beneath the lion's paws literally begins to vibrate and shake. Something massive is coming, and man, it is coming fast. Boom! Bursting through the tall grass like an absolute superhero is the matriarch. She's the fierce, enormous female leader of the elephant family. And let me tell you, she doesn't hesitate for a single second. When her family is in danger, she is the ultimate protector. She brings total boss-level energy to this fight. She is charging directly toward those lions at top speed. Her massive ears are fully extended, her heavy trunk is raised high, and she is absolutely furious. She is a multi-ton wrecking ball of anger, and she is definitely not slowing down. In the blink of an eye, the power dynamic completely flips. I mean, no predator on Earth wants to face an angry elephant matriarch, let alone the entire herd charging right behind her. The lions instantly retreat, literally scrambling over each other to get out of the way. The angry adult elephants rush in and immediately form this tight, impenetrable, protective circle right around the baby. The predators vanish into the pitch-black darkness, finally realizing they are totally outmatched. The calf is safe once again. And this brilliantly illustrates how, in a matter of seconds, the tables can turn completely. The hunters suddenly become the hunted. The lions were calculated, they were deadly, and they were perfectly organized. But the moment the full strength of the herd arrived, everything changed. It just shows you the incredible, unmatched power of an elephant family defending its own. As the sun finally disappears and the herd walks away with the baby safely tucked right in the middle, we're left with this really powerful thought. In nature, the greatest protection is never strength alone. It's the power of family. That little calf couldn't fight off a whole pride of lions with its own strength. But its family, its herd, together, they were an unstoppable fortress. So, I want to leave you with a question to think about today. We might not have to fight off hungry lions on the savannah, but we all face tough challenges, right? Who makes up your herd? Who is in your protective circle? How do you rely on your own fortress of family and friends in your daily life? Think about the people who come rushing to your side when you send out a call for help. Thank you so much for joining me for this amazing explainer on true survival, and I'll catch you on the next one.